Good morning, grown Black folks talk. I'm recording this in the evening, but you will not see it before Thursday morning, December 16th. Good afternoon if you happen to see it after that, and then good evening if you see it still later. Life-saving, grown Black folks talk, life-saving circle changes. Many of you who listen to me are aware of some fascinating things that are going on in the Black community at this moment, involving a rather high-profile murder and a certain segment of the community cheering this murder, making this murder a kind of martyr, because they identify with why he chose to kill two human beings, including a human being that was his child in this woman's womb. Yeah, let that marinate. I'm not going to go any further into it than that. But that's kind of where we are. This is kind of a grown Black folks situation. This is where we are in the community at this moment. And understand the people co-signing this are walking around our communities, impacting the decisions of everything that happens. Explains a lot of things, doesn't it? How do you avoid getting caught up in foolishness like this? Life-changing circle decisions. Become a person who takes pleasure in doing good and seek circles of people that not only take pleasure in doing good, that are dedicated in doing it at the top of their game, and also take pleasure in those around them doing the same. Tall order. You may have to make significant changes in your life to be qualified to be in a circle like that, but it can be worth it. This weekend, a chance encounter. Now, this gentleman would miss all the requirements that Black women supposedly are looking for, except for one. Dark? No. Handsome? Not really. Tall? Yes. Okay. Yes, definitely tall. Definitely over 6 feet tall. Middle-aged, importantly. Average, but tall average. Big and tall, but average in appearance. So if you are stuck on whatever the world is saying is the flavor of the month, you might overlook this man entirely. But then to see him doing what he does in the arts and ministering to an art-starved world at this moment. It's not just that he is a master of his craft, but the joy that he took in it and the joy he took in the people doing with him. In fact, he was enjoying the people around him so much that he hardly concentrated. He had to do his part, just get his face together and get back to what he was doing. He was just not only having a grand time. This is someone who was confident, skilled, confident, competent, not threatened by anyone else. Because remember, I did a video about your only competition is yourself. This person had achieved a level such that he had no competition. No one threatened him. He was as good as anybody in the world could be because he as good as he had got to that level. At that moment, he had no competition anywhere in the world. But what struck me about him, this man who did not have the classic handsome features, when a man's whole face and body is animated with his joy, a lot of other things can be overlooked. Chance encounter. I've never had a chance to meet him, but I recognize the resemblance of a man who took pleasure in doing all the good he could with everything he had to work with and took pleasure in others doing it with him. This is what you want to be around. It's a safer place to be than where people are full of inadequacy they refuse to remedy by doing the work to get stronger psychologically, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, who want to blame everyone else for the results they're getting because of that, and want to indulge in hatred, envy, strife, and, because it came up this week, murder, because they do not have the skills to get with their way in the world. You have to make life-changing decisions, especially, well, actually, to be fair, 4 Black women are getting killed every day. And the people who are doing the majority of those are also killing each other at a rate of 25 per day. So really, this is for you if you're a grown Black person, a man or a woman. If you are in a circle in which people are constantly envious and jealous of somebody else, and have everybody else's fault, and then because violence is often the last resort, these things tip over. This is actually nothing new. It's just becoming very publicized. You need to do what you need to do the work to change your circle. This will save your life. This is grown Black folks talk, right? Right? Okay. So we all know what's been going on out there for quite some time. Life-changing circles, all the stuff I've been talking about over the last, I've been doing more of these videos recently. These are things that will save your life and your future. Get out of the habit of being around people that are incompetent, because incompetence breeds insecurity. Insecurity breeds wrath and anger, as that is projected on others, and wrath is one step from murder. If I were to say this as a Christian, we went over the fruit of the Spirit versus the fruit of the flesh, and the fruit of the flesh always leads to destruction. But the fruit of the Spirit, the first 3 are what? Love, joy, and peace. And I think that's what you want out of life. And if you don't, you are ill and you need to seek healing. If you want those things and your circle is not giving them to you, it's time to make some moves. And those moves will save your life. I paint you the picture once again. Would you rather be in the company of people who are constantly pointing fingers, constantly angry at other people, and co-signing when bad things happen to people, up to and including murder? Or would you rather be in the company of people that not only are competent and confident in what they do, have great joy in sharing their gifts with the world, whatever they may happen to be? You don't have to be in the arts, but I'm a musician, so I noticed that. Great joy in doing good with whatever they have to do in the world. I mean, there's, let me just go to the side and just say, there are competent people that work with their hands and with their bodies. You can find this as well. As long as you see this, they're doing good voluntarily, and they take pleasure not only in what they're doing, but the light of others does not disturb them. You want to be with people with whom you can blend light, not be covered with a lampshade in order to be in their presence. What would you rather be in? Would you rather be in a circle full of light, or a circle full of darkness in which death and destruction is on every hand? Make up your mind. You have to be qualified for both. And remember, whatever decision you make, you have a right to make whatever decision you want to. Some people are drawn to drama. Some people are drawn to chaos. But remember, whatever you do, you pay for, good or bad. So if you want to have good long-term consequences, you want to get into circles of people that take great pleasure in doing good and great pleasure in those doing good along with them. And exit circles that are not like that. Qualify yourself by doing the work on you to be in circles like that. All right, keep it short. Y'all have a good day, and thank you for listening.